You don't want to date an average guy?
No.
What component of it would you not want? Like the money?
I need the man to make more money than me.
How much money? Okay, how much money does a guy need to earn to date you?
I don't know. Like monthly or like annually?
Annually.
Either. Sure. Per year.
Annually.
$500K.
Whoa.
What? Nice by saying whoa.
I wonder how many men that make that kind of money actually are in her DMs. Because remember, men who make $500K or more in the US is probably less than 1%. All right. So I wonder how many of those men who make $500,000 a year are actually in her DMs trying to take her on a date. I wonder. And I wonder if in the past she has only dated those kind of men. Who can guess if she's ever dated a man who makes $50,000 a year?
You realize that's like
but it's 1%.
That's 1%.
It's possible.
That's 1%.
Yeah, but what's possible isn't necessarily probable. Do you think? And you have how many kids?
3.
3 from different.
No.
Same father.
Person.
You are a sex worker. You're an escort. I'm not saying that to insult you, but do you think that a guy who makes at minimum $500,000 is interested in dating a sex worker escort with 3 children?
Good question.
No, definitely not. But
So shouldn't you adjust? Shouldn't you adjust your standards to be a little more realistic?
No.
So would you rather die?
There's a reason why I'm single. Like, I don't want to be with somebody.
There's just a reason why you're a single mom of 3 kids. If you're thinking that a guy who's making that kind of money in the top 1% in the US, probably in the world, you know that's not his first choice, right? You are not his first choice. But for some reason, you are stuck on the fact that that's a guy you deserve. Now, the real question we have to find out is her baby daddy, the father of her kids, does he make that kind of money? I mean, you made 3 kids with him. So maybe he was worth something. The fact that you gave him 3 kids, so maybe he was making $1 million a year. That's the question I want Brian to ask.
But do you see how ridiculous it is to demand a guy who makes $500K to accept? Like, you got to adjust your standards a little bit if you want a man.
Well, tough for the men. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't say it's tough for men.
See, that's crazy.
Right now.
That's crazy to me.
It's one of the craziest things I've heard.
I'm not talking to nobody like that for real, for real. Like, I am, but I'm not. Like, but it's
Into the mic, please.
I tried, but I'm struggling.
Q, you had something on this. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I just want to let you know that this is according to the Internal Revenue Service. Less than 1% of all tax filers reported an adjusted gross income exceeding $500,000. 1%.
Huh? Well, that's on them.
Go ahead, Q.
So she doesn't even understand the statistics, but I want them to ask, right? She says she only wants to date a man who makes $500,000 a year. I want them to ask, how much does her baby daddy make? Because she had 3 kids with him. So maybe he makes more than $500,000. If he makes more than that, then I will understand why her standards are so high. But if he makes less, so you're telling me the man you had kids with doesn't make as much as what you want your next man to make? That doesn't make sense. I wish they can ask that question.
I was saying that's crazy because you'd rather be alone than lower your standards from $500K a year.
I mean, I got other standards too, but it's like that money-wise, yes. But like average man, height, weight, and stuff, average man is like what, 5'10"?
Well, yes, let's go into that. You said other standards. What are your other standards?
I mean, I don't want a short dude. I just want.
How tall are you?
5'2", 5'3".
What's the minimum height for a guy?
For me, what I like, I think 6 foot or taller, I guess. But that's like the basic. A lot of women are like that nowadays.
So I think the average male height is like 5'9", 5'10".
It's 5'9",
So you just on the height metric, if you want a guy who's 6 feet and above, you've already reduced your pool to 15% of men. Just on the height metric. That's 15. Okay. What else?
I guess. I mean, not look. Are you talking about personality too?
All right. So 500K, 6 feet and over. You said there were some other. That was just one of your standards. What are your other standards?
I guess. I just want him to have a car. I mean, I want him to be able to. I want him to be okay with me having a past and like quitting what I do basically for him.
So you want him to make as much money as he makes, but you want him to forget the fact that you're a sex worker? But in turn, if he makes even just 400,000, not even 500,000, if he makes 400,000, that's not enough for you? Like, what kind of double standards are we dealing with here? You want him to forget the fact that you have 3 kids with another man who doesn't make $500,000, I suppose. You want him to forget the fact that you're a sex worker. But if he doesn't make $500,000, then he's not the man for you. Or if he's not 6 feet. Man, dating in 2024 is crazy.
And do you think you gotta ask yourself, okay, here's all that I want, but what does the guy that I want?
Exactly.
What does he want? And do you think that he's the guy who's not going to care about your past, and you've got the 3 kids, and you used to do or you still do sex work?
There's people who don't care about that though. There are men who don't care about
Where?
that.
500K.
I mean,
how come you haven't got one of those men? Right? How come? I mean, I'm sure they're, very beautiful IG models that want a man who makes an average income like me, and just upcoming YouTuber. I'm sure they're there, but I'm not looking for them because they're not looking for me. So I can wish all I want to get one of them, but hey, listen. They're never gonna find me. So at the same time, lady, you can wish for all you want and think those men exist, but if they're not knocking on your door, maybe they don't exist. Just maybe.
300. I could do 400, 300. I
you'll
could
be
do
generous.
that, but
You'll be.
So now she has reduced her standards from $500,000 to 300 or maybe 400. She's doing you guys a favor. She's not too picky. She's not being too expensive. You don't have to make $500,000 a year. But if you make maybe 300,000 or maybe 400,000, she can work with it. All you gotta do is accept the fact that she has 3 kids from another man who didn't make that much, and you're gonna take care of the kids. And you have to live with the fact that she does sex work as well. Guys, that's not too much to ask of you guys. Come on, guys, you can make it. Personally, I can't, but I believe in you guys. You guys can make a list.
yeah, I'll be generous.
Charitable. You'll date a guy who makes 400K.
Why though? What do you need?
What do you mean?
Cannot make this shit up.
You require that much money. You require 6 feet.
It costs that much to have kids, though. It costs a lot
doesn't.
in this relationship.
But they're not his kids. They are your kids and your baby daddy. What has the next guy got to do with it? Put your baby daddy on child support, get you a man who makes $60,000 a year, and you guys have a good time. Why does the new guy, have to make so much money to come pay for your kids you made with another guy who didn't make that much money? Doesn't make sense. Come on.
I live in New York City. That's
he's
average.
right.
I live in New York
Not
City.
even
It
close.
doesn't.
In straight Manhattan,
it doesn't.
It's expensive.
Yeah, but it doesn't cost 500K. Andrew's
bro,
correct.
you
It doesn't
need to
cost
make
that
at
much.
least 15K living in New York. Almost
Listen, you can raise an entire family. It may not be optimal. You may not get the big screen TV and the Bugatti, but you can raise a family on $50,000 a year in most
Not in
parts
New
of the
York
Midwest of the United
Now,
States.
Panda Man says, you far from a 10. No man making 500K is going to waste his time on you. LOL, stop acting if you have options, single mom.
Oh, well. There's a reason I'm a single mom by choice.
Does he have to be good looking in the face?
I could do the average look. Yes.
Average face.
They don't have to
What
be
about
like
body?
beyond
What
out
about
there.
body?
I don't mind actually thick men. I
Bigger guy.
don't care about like weight wise. So I've dated men in the past.
Penis
that were,
size, is that a factor? Penis size?
No.
Doesn't
I like
matter.
average
Average
actually.
peen. Okay, so 6 feet, 500K.
I'll go lower, but
Did you
Depends
say
on
you
the
have a
man.
race preference? Race preference? White?
Latinos.
Latinos?
Yes. I like Latinos.
You made it.
About the 6 foot Mexican.
Yeah.
6 foot Mexican.
I live in El Paso, and there's not really many 6 foot Hispanic men.
Well, isn't it the case?
We're making $500K a year.
Latino men are.
Yeah.
The average is a
You
little
want to
short.
grab one of the 30,000 Hispanic men who make $500,000+ a year.
Yeah.
That's your goal.
All right, guys. I'm not even going to finish the video. I'll link down below if you guys want to finish it. This is crazy. If you guys meet her standards, I mean, just go to the Whatever podcast. They probably put her IG over there, her Instagram, if you guys want to reach out. If you make, so she got down from $500,000 to maybe 300 or 400,000. That means it's for you to provide for her 3 kids she made with a man who doesn't make that much. Also, remember, don't forget, you have to forget her sex, the fact that she does sex work. You have to forgive her for that, and you have to be 6 feet. That's all she's asking for. Not too many high standards. You know, reasonable. The average guy can figure out how to way to make it. I wish you guys good luck. As for me and my household, we can't afford that, and you know, we get to miss out on the queen. What do you guys think? She said her standards are not that high. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like. Link down below to the full video. Till next time, peace.